Hey everyone, welcome back to SC Haulers. I'm Saxawine, and today we're going over the Hull-C in 4.1.1. It's my first time pulling it out. We're starting at Pyro Gateway. We're going to see what bugs have been fixed, what bugs are still in the game, and can we start making a profit with the Hull-C again. So the Hull-C was on the 4.1 known issues list, and it wasn't there previously. Like, there was one category on there, like it said like Hull-C issues. It was a very generic category, but they've since expanded that, and I think I discussed this in the last video, which it says ATC fails to detect Hull-C cargo, and an impounded Hull-C is respawning with cargo spindles extended. And what they mean by the Hull-C is spawning with the cargo spindles extended is normally when you're at a station like where I'm at right now, which is Pyro Gateway, if you got impounded, it would send your Hull-C to a hangar, and then while it's in the hangar, it would have the spindles extended inside because that was the last known state that it was in. And so this is what they fixed potentially. So they fixed this as one of the PTU patches. I want to test that today. This is my first time pulling out the Hull-C this patch because I've been doing a lot of mining. So we're picking up some pressurized ice from Pyro Gateway. We're going to take it to Everus. Pyro's always been fairly consistent for me. The only issue I've had with Pyro Gateway is sometimes the comms doesn't work, like, well, the shortcut key. So left alt N sometimes does not work when trying to contact the ATC. So I'll have to use the MFDs directly. So here we are at Everus Harbor, and I know it looks like I'm not here, but trust me, I am. We're going to contact the ATC. And it looks like we got a box. Where are you? There she is. Alright, we're going to get in this box real quick and then see if we can unload. Alright, so we're in the box now. It's all green, so we're in good positioning. We've set our quantum point to back to Pyro Gateway because I'm going to hopefully, well, I guess I should have checked first. Hopefully there's a mission for Everus Harbor to Pyro Gateway, but we'll see. Well, oh. Well, that's a good sign. Did it actually unload my cargo? It completed the mission. Everus Harbor's working for me. Hooray! Okay, so we're going to test this out a couple more times and make sure that it's actually working. Because if they got it to where the cargo is actually being detected, that's a huge improvement. But I don't want to get my hopes up. Maybe I just had really good luck. Okay, so I'm not so concerned with Pyro Gateway detecting the Hull-C. Like I said, I usually don't have problems with Pyro Gateway doing that. But is it going to take all the cargo? Because now I'm at 3,420. Is it going to take all the cargo? Alright, here we go. Last little bit. It finished! Okay. We gotta keep going, gang. And another one completed. Okay, so this is the spot where we encounter our first bug. And it may not, well, yeah, it is a bug. So I contacted ATC to give me a box. It popped up like it was supposed to. And then as soon as I got in it, it just disappeared. And so it wanted to impound me. I had to fly far enough away to get out of that. But then again, after I got out of the impound zone, I just contacted ATC and the box popped right back up. So if you encounter that, just get out of there, contact ATC. Okay, and things are starting to go downhill. So it looks like my cargo was all taken off the Hull-C. And once again, it hasn't registered all the cargo. You can obviously see it's not there. So we're going to submit this mission. And then we are going to test the impound bug here and see if it actually sends our impounded Hull-C into the hangar, or if they actually fix that. So if you want to get impounded, if for some reason you can't get into the space station, like they're not letting you have a hangar at all, go to any of the cargo centers, like right in front of the cargo center, and it'll start impounding you. You can also do the same thing with the docking ports. Go right in front of the docking ports, and that'll be an impound area. Hey, look at that. It actually worked and didn't put me back in space. So we are going to pay our fine. Have it delivered. Docking port 2. Oh, wow. Fantastic. That's exciting. Now, the other thing I want to test with this is previously with the Hull-C, and they said they fixed this, and I haven't had an issue since they fixed it, but I know other people have, is when the ship is impounded and put it at a docking port, it wants you to, or not, it doesn't want you to. As soon as you walk through the airlock, you'll get this black screen, and that black screen prevents you from doing anything, period. And it looks like, oh, thought I was going to get it for a second. I had a lag spike when I got on the ship. But no, it looks like it's all good to go. So, from my perspective, looks like the docking issue has been fixed with the Hull-C. So I was having issues with backend stuff, which this has been an issue for the past couple of days with the Invictus and Free Fly and stuff like that. The backend servers are just not working properly. They did maintenance this morning, And so I'm hoping once I finally log into the game, it's quite a bit better. But I switched from that previous server to a new one, and luckily I got a Everus Harbor Pyro Gateway mission, which is fantastic. We are on Australia now, and what I wanted to see is if it's still just as good now on the Australian server, where I have a higher ping, as it is on the US server, which, albeit I'm West Coast US, so I have a high ping regardless of any connection I join. Okay, so this is worrisome because it's got it where it says that it's loading the cargo onto the ship, and I'm not seeing anything on the ship, like it's invisible. But the timer's going down as if it's loading. So I went into my logs here, and you can see that it's physically loading the cargo onto the ship. But when I go into third person, it's not physically there. So there's invisible cargo on the ship, and that is an issue. But eventually it will spawn, and this is part of the desync, the high ping problem. So while we're on our way to Pyro Gateway, we're going to have to check and make sure we got all of our cargo. So we counted all our boxes. All we need to test now at this point is to make sure all the cargo gets delivered properly. Okay, we're done. And all the cargo's gone. But it looks like it did not register almost 400 of it. That's crazy. So yeah, if you're on a server that you have high ping on, you are more likely to encounter problems, which is not unexpected, but I mean, it should still be able to register all the cargo that goes in there. Maybe a little laggy, but it should still be able to register it. So that's bugged. But overall, so far, even on a couple of days where the backend servers are having issues, the Hull-C has performed really well. The cargo hauling system is performing really well overall. You can still submit these missions and get credit for them, even if you've only turned in like 100 SCU out of 4,000. So keep that in mind. You won't fail your cargo hauling missions anymore. Just turn in whatever you submitted and move on to the next one. So Invictus launch week is still happening. Tomorrow, May 21st, is Crusader and Tumbrel land systems. I'm not expecting Crusader to launch anything crazy. We've already seen the big ships. We already know what they can do. Hopefully on the 23rd I can get my hands on the Asgard and we can do some reviews on that because it is so pretty. That being said, I am Saxawine, this is SC Haulers, and we'll see you at the next haul.